Good evening, everybody. This is the Budget and Finance Committee. Today is Wednesday, February 23rd. It is now 7:06 p.m. I'd like to start us off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, everybody. With us are Councilor at Large Ana Levy, Councilor from District C, Gregory de Rosario, and they are with us virtually, as well as Councilor Juan Rodriguez from District D. Yep. And myself, Pavel Payano at Large, as the chair. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I'm pushing that mic so everyone is able to do that. So I'm just going to read the following before we get to our agenda. Pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, this meeting of the Budget and Finance Committee is being conducted both in person and via remote participation. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to view this meeting while in progress may either attend in person at the location above, which is here at City Hall, or use of any of the following locations on Facebook and YouTube. So let us begin. There are no minutes for council approval, and we will start off with new items. Item 45-22, order to expend grant funds, FY21 Justice Assistance Grant up to $52,624. And I'm looking in the audience, and I do not see Councilor Bernal. Councilors, is there a motion to table item 45-22?
I'm just wondering if she's online. Not online. Not online.
I'm sorry, Councilor.
She's not online.
She's not online.
Motion to table item 4522.
There's a motion to table. Is there a second? Motion has been tabled by Councilor Levy. Has been seconded by Councilor Levy. So now we'll move to a roll call. Councilor De Rosario.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez.
Yes.
And the chair votes in affirmative. We now move to item 46-22, order to expend grant funds, emergency performance grant of $33,280, being brought forward by Chief Moriarty from the Fire Department. Chief, I see that you're here virtually. Are you able to connect with us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. I also have Deputy Wilson, I believe, in the audience, in case we had technical difficulties. I had to be in two places at once. Thank you for your time. The first grant is an EMPG grant for $33,280. This is an emergency management grant. What we plan on doing is using it to improve our dispatch logging. It's a software we use, Firehouse, for our fire reports. That's going away, not because we wanted to, but because they're going out of business. So we're getting a new software. This will get us through to July with that new software, as well as 2 portable radios. The second, if I might talk about them both at the same time, is that all right, sir?
For the second item, Chief, let's just see if there's any questions for the first item first. Councilors, are there any questions? Councilor Levy?
So that's the grant is for $33,280. It's going to be to buy radio. That's what I hear.
Two radios and pay for some software for our logging of our calls and documentation. The software we're using now is going away.
All right. Thank you.
Councilors, is there no other questions? Is there a motion?
Motion to send it with the full council with full recommendation.
There's a motion to send it to the full council with favorable recommendation. Requires a second.
Second.
Motion has been seconded by Councilor Rodriguez. We will now move to a roll call vote. Councilor De Rosario.
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez.
Yes.
Councilor Levy.
Yes.
And the chair votes in affirmative. That is going to be on our next City Council meeting. We now move forward to item 47-22, order to expend grant funds, FY22 Firefighter Safety Equipment Grant Program, $20,283.78. Chief,
Yes, sir.
is it possible that the item that you were talking about initially was the fire safety equipment grant?
The first one I was talking about was 4622, was the grant for emergency performance grant, EMPG. This one is now the fire safety equipment grant. They are two separate grants.
Okay,
This
perfect.
one, neither one of them requires a match. They're both essentially free money. This one we're going to use to improve our equipment status and have our reserve trucks equipped so that the firefighters on a callback or in a large incident can just simply get in the truck and go to a fire without having to worry about trying to swap over from a broken truck. So this will give us wider depth. Again, it's a no match. It's for $20,283. Not a humongous amount of money, but it'll definitely help. Every little bit helps.
Okay, Chief, I know that we moved on from that item that we've already sent forward. Can you, just to make sure there's no confusion, can you talk to us a little bit again about the emergency performance grant, the $33,280 grant?
Yes, sir. That one's going to be used to help pay for new software in the computer systems, because when we have to log what's called an NFIRS report, we use a software now called Firehouse. They are going out of business. They're not going to continue in this industry. So we had to find a new one. So the new one, we are trying to get paid for up until the new budget year. And this will help us do that to train while Firehouse is still operating, so we can not be without software.
Great. So I think the item 4622, what we're talking about is a grant related to software and training of software, and 4722 is about equipment, about safety equipment. Councilors, are there any questions about item 43-22? Councilor Rodriguez. I'm sorry, 4722. Okay, so speak it. Councilor Rodriguez, can you, the mic?
Chief, I have some information that you provide to us here for the 33,280. The $15,000 was for the dispatchal annual maintenance fee, $8,000 for the maintenance fee for the repeaters and radios, and $10,380 for purchase of new radios. So that's no longer the plan with the 33,000?
Really hear what he said.
Chief, so I think that might be, so let's do this. Let's take care of item 4722, and then let's move back to item 4622. Is that okay? Okay. So, councilors, for item 4722, which is the Firefighter Safety Equipment Grant Program, are there any questions related to that? Councilor Rodriguez.
So, Chief, on the package that we have, can you hear me now?
Barely hear him, but yes.
On the information that you provide, or the department have provided to us, it's describing that the allowances for this grant will be for hoses, nozzles, and valves. Is that not longer what you guys are going to do with that money, with the $20,000?
Counselor, he has him backwards. The nozzles, the equipment, that's the other grant, the FS grant. The EMPG grant was for the software and the portable radios.
Correct, yes. Chief, we're no longer on the Emergency Performance Grant. We are now on the Firefighter Safety Equipment Grant. And what Councilor Rodriguez is mentioning is that as far as the project summary, you're looking to supply a new engine with a hose, blitz gun, intake valves, and 1 3/4 inch 50 feet hose. 1,000 feet of 5-inch supply hose, and 50 and 25 feet of 5-inch Hort length hose.
That is correct. That's the equipment we're going to put on the reserve piece so that the guys can immediately use that piece when coming back to the station. When we have callbacks for mutual aid, when we have a big fire of our own, or when a truck breaks down, they can swap over that much quicker. That is correct.
Follow-up, Councilor Rodriguez?
That's for the 20,000. On the 20,000, we clear, right?
Yes.
All right, no problem. I have no more questions.
If there are no other questions, Councilor, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to,
Councilor Levy?
Motion to send it to the full council with favor recommendation.
second the motion.
So there's been a motion by Councilor Levy, it's been seconded by Councilor Rodriguez. We will now move to a roll call vote. Councilor De Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilor Levy?
Yes.
And the chair votes in affirmative. Councilor, since there's a discussion on item 4622, can I get a motion for us to... So can I make a motion to withdraw our motion to send this to the full council with favor recommendation, just so we can have this discussion? So the motion was made by Councilor Levy, but we already voted for it. So in order to withdraw it, we would have to, I think, make another vote. So is there a motion to withdraw that vote?
Second.
Motion to reconsider that vote.
I'll make a motion to reconsider my vote on that motion.
And it's been, Councilor Levy, you still second?
Second, yeah.
We will move to a roll call vote. Councilor Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Levy?
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez?
Yes.
And the chair votes in affirmative. We are now again on item 46-22. Chief, we just want to make sure, hold on, let's just go back. Councilor Rodriguez, if you have it, the page in front of you. All right, Councilor Rodriguez, go ahead.
Chief, on that item, 4622, this is the 33,280. Did you get that?
I cannot hear him, sir.
So let me try on my mic. Is that okay, Councilor Rodriguez? I know you had the floor. So, Chief, so on item 4622, which is the emergency performance grant, what you've provided to us, you provided us a description of different activities. And these activities are dispatch annual maintenance fee, $15,000, repeaters and radios annual maintenance fee, $8,000, purchase of new mobile radios, $10,380, and that amounts to $33,380.
The document I have authorizing spending EMPG grant is $33,280, and it says for the purpose to purchase new scheduling and incident reporting software and portable radios. And that's the document we said with the whereas and all that we sent to City Council. I have a feeling you got the wrong one.
So, Chief, through you, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Councilor Rodriguez.
So, Chief, definitely you're right. We have that information in front of us. And also on the next page, it also talk about the match discretion. And basically on the match portion of the grant, which is $33,380, you mentioned that we're gonna have some type of maintenance fees and purchase new radios. So, but you also mentioned that this grant doesn't have a match, so that sheet is no longer needed.
It doesn't have a match that we have to come up with money. The monies that we spend out of our budget equate that, so we don't have to come up with a matching 5 or 10%. The things that we normally do to maintain our radios and work this way cover that.
Gotcha. I have no more questions.
Since there are no more questions, is there a motion to send this to the full council with favor recommendation?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilor Rodriguez, has been seconded by Councilor Levy. We will move to a roll call vote. Councilor De Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Levy?
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez?
Yes.
And the chair votes in affirmative. Thank you so much, Chief. I hope you have an amazing evening. Councilors. So just real quick, on item 9921,
Want to take it out of the table?
yep, 9921, request to expend grant funds, Mass DOT, complete street grant FY 2021, reconstruction and improvements to Doyle School and Hancock Street intersection. Is there a motion to take that out of table?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilor Rodriguez, has been seconded by Councilor Levy. We'll move to a roll call vote. Councilor De Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Levy? Councilor Levy says yes.
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez?
Yes.
And the chair votes in affirmative. Council, just a real quick update. We were informed by Dan McCarthy that he needs 2 more weeks to be able to provide, to come to us with a report. So he will be at our next meeting with that report. I know we, at our last meeting, we sent correspondence to Mr. McCarthy for that information. If there are any questions on that, is there a motion to table item 9921?
So move.
Motion to table.
Tons of motions to table. I heard Councilor Rodriguez. Is there a second? Is there a second to the motion to table?
Second.
Seconded by Councilor De Rosario. So we move to a roll call vote. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
Councilor Levy says yes. Councilor De Rosario.
Yes.
Councilor De Rosario says yes. Councilor Rodriguez.
Yes.
The chair votes in affirmative. Council, is there, if there's no item out of tabled matter that you would like to take out, is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Motion to adjourn.
So there's a motion to adjourn by Councilor Rodriguez. Is there a second?
Dame un segundo. Dame un segundo.
Motion's been seconded by Councilor De Rosario. We'll move to a roll call vote. Councilor Levy.
Yes.
Councilor De Rosario. Councilor De Rosario.
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez.
Yes.
And the chair votes in affirmative. I hope you all have a good night. Thank you so much.